2025 Gold Cup squad, our prelim squad, has been released, and 7 new players were included on it. And as I stated, you'd have already seen the first one, which was on Lewis Baker. I'm going to do a video on each one of these players. Why? Just to give you guys some insight on each of these players, what to expect, and what to see. Now, let me make this very clear. I am not going to come here and pretend as if I know more about these players than anyone else. I'm not going to come here and behave as if I am an expert on all of these players. I won't. So I want to give credit to SofaScore, Transfer Market, YouTube, and the club pages for all the information that I've gathered to present to you on the player. Now, also based off YouTube, in a little bit of scout report, I can give you somewhat or some of a general analysis of what the player might offer or how the player might portray. So it's an interesting one. As stated, won't be the all and end all. So I would implore you to go and do your research for yourself. It's all there. SofaScore, Score 365, Transfer Market, YouTube. You can see some of the highlights. You can see some of the clips. You can see some of the whatever you can see from the team games or highlight reel from him, and you can come to your own conclusion. You don't necessarily take everything I have to say, but it's quite an interesting player, and I have to say that he found a bit of form at the right time. Now, let's get straight into it. So, as I said, if you're not interested in listening to what I have to say about the player, no problem. You can close the video, exit, just never bother listen to it. Interested in what I have to say, no problem. Close the video, no need. There's a lot more video on YouTube. So I'm speaking about Jamaican footballers. No need to listen here. If you are interested, please do so by showing your appreciation by hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Let's get into the meat of the matter. What does this player has to offer to the Reggae Boyz squad, and how will he impact us if he is one of those players selected to represent us in the Gold Cup? Let's get straight to the meat of the matter. All right. Rumarn Burrell, center forward, predominantly center forward, 24 years old. He's currently playing at Burton Albion, who reside a team that is played in the League One. They are in bottom of the table, struggling, but nevertheless they did not get relegated, fortunately for them. The total aspect of this is goal scorers. He's a goal scorer. Yes, he is a goal scorer, but he recently found that specific goal scoring form. His team scored a total of 49 goals this season, and his contribution to that was 11. That's a total of 22.1% of the goals scored by his team. That in itself is a large portion. He is the leading goal scorer for his team, and even though I'm kind of the way down with it, not the goal scoring chart, nevertheless, that's how it is. 30 appearances, 11 goals, 2 assists. That's a 30 goal contribution. Total minutes so far this season, 2,167, averaging 72 minutes per game. Now, a key important aspect of this is he really hit form from January. Since January up until now, he has played a total of 22 games, and that is where we saw all 11 goals were scored. At the first part of the season, in and out of the squad, not really. I'm sure. I'm not sure if it's injury, because I did not get any information where that is concerned, if it's injury or not. But the information I have at hand is that he was not playing regularly before January. After January, came into the squad, hit some brilliant form, and started scoring goals consistently. And since then, he has been a mainstay in the team. Now, I'm going to get into a little bit of the details surrounding the player. As you can see on his heat map, Very, very interesting. You can see the intensity that this young man plays with. You can call him young still, come hold on him. Technically, as a striker, you can see that he's as a center forward. You can see how he dominates the entirety of the pitch. That's a good look. Means that he does a lot of defensive work. Matches, well, I went to that already. Attacking stats, scoring frequency 197 minutes per goal. Goals per game 0.4. Total shot 1.3. That is something I think I've improved on. If a 1.3 shot I take per 90, that is obviously something I have to improve on. Now, another aspect of this you have to remember that his team is at the bottom of the table, and which means that most of the games his team will be dominated. So these could be factors. Maybe you could say that I'm averaging 1.3 shot and still recording so much goals in just 22 games. That's actually in itself a good look. Goals from inside the box, he has scored 10 goals from inside of the box and 1 from outside. In some sense, that is showing that he's more of a goal poacher than anything else. Headed goals 2, left foot goals 2, right foot goals 7, 0 penalty 1. That may be something that's quite okay. Goal conversion is 28%. Not so bad, not so bad. As I said, he's one of the poor team. Now, this aspect of his game is not necessarily the best. Registered 2 assists. He has an average of 23.3 touches per 90. That is quite significantly low. But nevertheless, he created 5 big chances through the period. Key passes 0.5 per 90. Accurate passes 60%. That's 6.0 at 60%. Passing his own half at 70%. So definitely passing part of his game is something that not necessarily the best. If he's a goal scorer, don't necessarily worry about the passing, because that's what you want. He do have some fairly decent defensive stats, 0.3 clearances per 90. Ball recovery 1.8. Actually, that's actually really good. Maybe that's one of the reasons why his heat map would look like that, because he does quite a lot of work in the ball recovery aspect of things. Let me continue. Successful dribbles at 0.5 per 90 at 32%. Total duels 1, 3.7 per 90 at 30%. Ground duels 1, 1.3. And aerial duels 1, 2.4. That's not bad. Possession loss per 90 is 10.7. So technically, as it stands, the statistics are saying that he's a decent player. But he is a goal scorer, decent overall player, but a goal scorer nevertheless. At his age, it means that he can most definitely improve. Also, we have to bear in mind the team that he's playing for, one of the struggling teams in the league. And as an attacker, your stats will not necessarily look the best. But his stats so far, from what I've seen, is quite decent for a team that is so low down the table, and the minimal chance that players like these will get. Nevertheless, so far what I've seen, I think from what I've seen, this is a player who scores goals, and goals is what we need in our team presently. So let's see what he has to offer on this is all the statistics based on the eye test. It looks in some areas you can see that he needs a little bit of work, but definitely you can see that he can score goals, and that is what we want. A poacher, he is a goal poacher from what I'm seeing here. So we'll see this one materialize. Anyways, people, tell me what you think in the comment section. After you do your research, come back and tell me what you think in the comment section. Smash the like button, hit subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Rumarn Burrell, 24 years old, centre forward from League One of Burton Albion. Big up on yourself, people. I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. We're out. God bless. Boom. Now I mean outside. Now them what? Outside.